What's going on, guys? In this video, you guys want to know how to pass prop firm evaluations. You want to know how to pass them fast. Everyone wants to pass them in a couple of days, in a day, in 2 days, in a week. I'm going to give that information to you. Now, some of you guys are not going to like what I'm going to say. Some of you guys are going to love what I'm going to say. Depending on your experience and depending on the level of trade history that you have, it can be very, very difficult to pass a prop firm evaluation. I've personally spoke to people that's, it's taken them 6 months, it's taken them 12 months to pass just one singular prop firm evaluation. They blow them up time and time again. They're spinning their wheels in the mud. They're running around the hamster wheel, looking for strategies, looking for mentors, watching videos, reading books, listening to podcasts, doing whatever it is under the sun, spending hours and hours of chart work, and they're still not having any success. I'm going to give you a simple blueprint on what you can do to pass prop firm evaluations, not only quickly, but pass them consistently. Okay. So first things first, you need to treat your prop firm business as a real business. Any real business, you cannot start with $0. So there's going to be a cost in starting a prop firm business, right? And we're going to trade prop firms a little bit differently than we would trade our personal accounts. Okay. And I'd love to sit here and tell you that trading prop is like trading your personal account. It's night and day. The risk managements are different. The executions seem to be a little different. Everything is just different. The mentality is different. The leverage is different. Everything is different about it. So let's not get those two things confused. Okay. Personal trading is one thing. Prop trading is another thing. We're doing the same thing, which is trading the NASDAQ, trading the S&P, trading gold, trading the Dow, trading RTY, trading whatever, but it's different in the mindset. So the first things that you need to understand is that there's going to be a cost involved, just like as if you were going to open up a small mom and pop retail liquor store. You're going to need money for inventory. You're going to need to buy booze. You're going to need to buy chips and whatever else they sell, right? You're going to need to buy inventory, stock, right? So the same thing goes for prop firm evaluations. Many times, a lot of people go out and they buy 1 or 2 evaluations. And if they don't pass, they search for another strategy. That's not what's involved. You need to set aside a certain amount of dollars. Okay. First things first, you need to have a certain amount of dollars. And you need to either have a 9 to 5. You need to be drawing in income. You need to have something to invest. Because when people start these evaluations and they start wanting to trade with prop firms, all they hear about is, I can get started for under $50. I can get started on a sale for $20 and I can make thousands and thousands of dollars like everyone I see online. That's just not the case, at least right away. So when it comes to setting up your prop firm business, you need to identify how much you want to invest into your business. It doesn't have to be a lot, but you need to have an X amount of dollars that you need to invest. And now everyone's pockets are a little different, and I'm not going to go deep diving into everyone specifically and how much money you have to invest, but I'll just give you a general example. Let's say someone wants to come in and they have $250 that they're willing to invest into their business. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be speaking about Apex futures, right? Apex funder trading that is going to allow you to trade futures. And I'm going to talk about Top Step, which is also a futures broker. I do not talk about Forex. I do not talk about those Forex prop firms because they're, in my opinion, you want to stay as far away from them as possible. If you're a Forex trader and you've been paid out from them and you have success with them, great, more power to you. It's not my thing. I come from the stocks and options world. I know futures. That's where I'm going to keep my knowledge in the words that are coming out of my mouth speaking to. I know nothing about the other side of the fence. Okay. With that being said, you can get these discounts with Apex for 80% off. Right now, they're running a sale that links down in the description. You can get deals on Top Step. Sometimes they run what's called a fire sale where they give you, half price off, or they give you a cheaper evaluation, coupon code. But for the sake of this video and to make math easier, let's say that we can get a $50,000 valuation for $50. We want to invest $250 into this. We're going to be able to buy 5 accounts. Okay. Now, if we want to pass them extremely quickly, we need to get one thing through our head. And if the best possible outcome happens, great. But we need to get one thing through our head. We're probably going to lose half of these accounts in attempts of trying to pass these things relatively quickly. How are you going to pass them relatively quickly? For one thing, you need a strategy. Not only do you need a strategy, you need a specific level of confidence, right? You need to have a high level of confidence in that specific strategy. What that strategy is, Doesn't matter. There's 1,000 different strategies out there. There's 1,000 different indicators out there. They all work as long as you operate them correctly. You follow your risk to reward on them, and you hammer them the way that they're supposed to be hammered. We're not trying to hammer a nail with a screwdriver, okay? We're not trying to hammer a nail with an old shoe. Let's get a hammer. Let's get a hammer, right? It's going to be the quickest means of attack. So get yourself a strategy. 2, don't don't try to have too many strategies. 1 or 2 areas of entry, strategies, models are good enough. You don't need a lot. Once you backtest that strategy and you know that it possesses a little bit of an edge, now it comes time to the fun stuff. We need to trade. Going back to what I said about you're probably going to lose a few accounts, it's because we're going to double, if not triple our size, okay? So the whole idea to passing a prop firm relatively quickly is to take your existing strategy, but to double or triple the size, which means putting on more risk. So if you're normally trading 1 contract, you're going to trade 2, you're going to trade 3. Here's what I would do, okay? Here's what I would do. If you're normally trading micros, I would trade 1 mini contract. If you normally trade 1 or 2 minis, we're going to need to bump that up to 3 or 4. As far as how much risk and drawdown we're going to give ourselves is going to be dependent on the number of contracts. What you're looking for is to hit a string of winners faster than you're going to hit that one big loser, okay? Trading is all probabilities. Now, if you have a strategy that wins at 65 to 72% of the time, that means that we're going to win 6.5, 7 trades before we hit that one losing trade. Now, what we need to do is work the math, reverse engineer the math to, if we do get onto a hot streak where we're able to win 5, 6, 7 trades, build up a cushion, take a small loss, and then go on another string of 2 or 3 winning trades is what it's going to take to pass these evaluations. Now, I can give you guys an example. For example, if you take one of the strategies that I use, the 20 SMA strategy, and you, let's say, look for 5 points. Great. Trade 1 mini contract, 5 points is going to be $100 in profit. If you were trading 5 mini contracts, it's $500. If you manage to take that first trade and win $500, stop trading on the day. Trade another account, take the second setup on a new account. Most of these prop firms out there, for a $50,000 account, you need to make at least $3,000. However we make that, we make it. So taking that approach of making $500, you're going to see that it's going to take 5 to 6 days, maybe 7 days to pass an evaluation. That's relatively quickly. Now, there's also people who pass evaluations in 1 day. You can put on the same amount of size and try to squeeze, instead of 5 points, 10 points. And now we're talking about $1,000 winner. You can try to take that same 5-point take profit, but maybe go after 2 or 3 trades. And if you manage to win 2 or 3 trades, you could be potentially be up $1,000 to $1,500 on the day. So you can see how traders can pass these evaluations in a day or 2. Now, the reason why I say you need a set amount of money to go into this and have it in your business plan is because you're going to lose some along the way. For God's sake, everyone, the first trade that you take, the market can pull back 20 points and blow an account if you're trading too much size, right? We've all been there before. It's the name of the game. It's not your fault. It doesn't mean the strategy doesn't work, because guess what? When the strategy does work and it hits 2, 3, 4, 5 times, you just passed your evaluation. But you need to have inflow of cash coming in. So you need a 9 to 5. You need a reserve. You need a set amount of money to do this project, because it is a project. This is a project. Now, once we get into the funded stage, it's a completely different ballgame. It's all about proper risk management, nursing it, and building it a cushion over time so we can get those payouts, right? We're not going to go into the first day of the valuation and tell ourselves, well, I just made $3,000 in 2 days. I can do that again on my funded account and start making, loads of money. No, because the moment you do that, it's the moment you're going to get blown out. So if you want to pass it quickly, you're going to take your same strategy. You're just going to up the size times 3. But you're going to be mindful that a few of these accounts are going to get blown. Now, I can tell you from just experience, from my own personal experience and from talking to other traders, I know guys who will go out there and they'll go buy 10 accounts and they will aggressively trade them 3, 4, 5 times in a day, make $1,000, make $2,000, do that 2 days in a row, pass a bunch of evaluations very, very quickly. A lot of times traders come into this business and they try to trade their evaluation the same way that they're going to trade live funds, and they try to trade the evaluation the same way as if it was funded. And they're wondering why they haven't passed in a month or 2 months, and they lose accounts and they lose accounts. Guys, yes, that's going to happen, but in this business, time is money. So how do prop firms make money? By people blowing accounts. Great. So we're going to fund, let's call it, we're going to fund that charity, but we're also going to use that to our advantage. We're going to pay a little bit of extra money because we plan on blowing a couple along the way. It's going to happen in attempts to make some cash. Now, I know this is going to strike so many chords with a lot of people because they're going to say, that's not the right way. That's not the best information that you should be telling people. You should be telling people use proper risk management. If anyone goes out there and they trade 5 contracts or 10 contracts, they're going to lose an account in one trade. I know that. And there's a big warning symbol, a big warning sign on this video, a big disclaimer that is telling you you're going to lose accounts. You're going to blow accounts. But if you ever wonder how people are getting up to 10, 20 accounts, 25 accounts with multiple prop firms and how they're doing it fast, like, let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever thought about the other big streamers out there who are trading 20 accounts through specific companies? How they can lose accounts and then just automatically reload them with new accounts? How they're doing that so fast and it's taking you a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months to pass? Because they're aggressively trading small take profits and huge size in the evaluation stage. Okay. They also have a bankroll, meaning they also have cash to reinvest and just buy another group of accounts when they fail. So there's a little bit of a push and pull here, okay? Because the way you get through the evaluation quickly is by doing things that you're not supposed to do with real money. And it's the way you're not supposed to do things when you get funded. So where's the line in the sand? Where do we draw the line? Where do we have the barrier? Mentally, going back to what I said in the beginning of the video, it's a mindset. The mindset needs to be that I need to pass these evaluations as quickly as possible, however possible. That doesn't mean just clicking buy and sell. That doesn't mean throwing on 20 contracts and hoping that it just runs all day and it wins. No, you're still going to follow your same exact strategy. I'll give you myself for an example. I'll use a 20 SMA strategy and I'll look for, instead of taking 1 mini contract or 5 micro contracts, I'll play five mini contracts. And if that trade hits, it's $500. And I'll look for, a couple of trades a day. And if it makes 1,000, makes 1,500, great. If I could do that 2 days in a row, guess what? One's passed. If I do a good job one day and I make, $1,500 and the next day I lose the account, so what? I spend another $25, I spend another $30 and I get another one. And I keep doing this process until I pass. Now, again, the way that I do it, and I can just speak from my own personal experience, I lose a lot of accounts along the way. So for every 1 account that I pass, I probably fail 3 challenges. Okay, so again, are the odds good? No, but half the time, I'm trading options. I see a good trade. I slam the size down. If it hits, great. If it doesn't, well, okay, here we go again. But I know that once I get to the funded stage, that I'm seasoned and I'm experienced enough to know how to manage the account, right? And that's all you need to do is just be experienced enough and be an adult enough to, once you do get into the funded stage, you have to take your size down. You have to practice proper risk management. And there's going to be some days where you get chopped up and you battle back and you make $100 and you're going to have to just stop trading on the day, But the problem is that the most average trader, they tell themselves, well, that one time when I passed my evaluation, I made $1,000. I made $2,000. I made $3,000 in a day. I can do that for reals. And that's what the prop firms want you to do. They get you over to the funded stage. They charge you the activation fee. You treat the funded account the same way you treated your evaluation and you blow it. and you're back at ground zero. So the best thing you can do, the fastest way that you can pass these things, is have a strategy, trust your strategy. If you don't trust your strategy, you're dead in the water before this game even started. Have a bankroll. You need to have a set amount of money that you're willing to invest in this project. Is it $250? Is it $500? Is it $1,000? When you determine how much it is that you want to invest in this project, you go out and you buy as many accounts as you can with that starting balance. Then you go out with that trusted strategy that you've back tested, and instead of taking 5 micros, you take 1 mini. Instead of taking 1 mini, you take 3 minis. Instead of taking 3 minis, if that's your normal size, you take 6 or you take 5, so forth and so forth. That's what speeds up the process to pass an evaluation. When you get into the funded stage, it goes back down to your 5 micros. It goes back down to your 1 mini contract. Make sense? That's my honest opinion, guys. You know, don't get too invested and wrapped up into the idea of I need to be the most perfect trader and I need to, you know, do everything the right way, you know, that I would do with a personal account or a funded account. But here's my disclaimer. If you're brand new to trading, like you're brand new and you don't have a system, you don't have a strategy, learn one. Get with a mentor, get with a trading community, read as many books as you can, and take as much time as you can to pass an evaluation. If it takes you 30 days, so be it. If it takes you 3 months, so be it. I'm speaking to people who have been around the block a little bit, who have a strategy, have a system, and understand that this is a business and want to be a little bit more aggressive. Hope this video finds at least one person well. To everyone else, you can flame the comments if you want. I'm just speaking the truth. It is what it is. At the end of the day, God bless. Enjoy yourselves. Have a happy 4th of July. I'll see all of you guys back on the trading floor next week. And to much, much success in your new prop firm future endeavor.